Usually when someone dies or when someone loses a loved one, we find that people come out to send their condolences to this person or to this family. But now, when it comes to the Kenyan politicians of late, and especially those who have been pro-William Ruto, they have been facing a different kind of resting in peace or condolences style. When we start with Chebukati, people were actually, it looked like people were happy Chebukati has passed on, or maybe he deserved to die. And
Fula Chebukati amekufa. So sisi kama bunge la wananchi Kenya mzima, Afrika mzima, tunatoa rambirambi zetu kwa familia ya Wafula Chebukati, lakini ni kicheko lia ama lia kicheko, yani tunawacheka na tunawalia. Familia wa Chebukati tunawalia, na tena tukitoka nje tunawacheka. Yani tunalia kiinje inje, lakini kindani ndani tunaruka.
And now recently, it is the other victim has been Beatrice Elachi, who lost his dear son, her dear son, sorry.
Elachi amepoteza mtoto wake kijana, ama ni juzi amepoteza mtoto wake kijana, na nakuja kwa mtandao kama jenzi atitumhurumie. Mimi yenyewe sipendi sana mtu akikufia nasikia pole, lakini atafuta reasons za kuhurumia mwanamke. Mimi nakosa. Alituandikia kwa mitandao wakati ya finance bill, kama Kenya imekuchosha, kama unaona Kenya ni baya, weka suruali yako mbili na kiatu kwa Uruba ama Kenya. Hivyo alituambia. Sasa mtu kama huyo, surely tunatafuta huruma, tunakosa. Akatoka hapo kijana Bomas Morara alikuwa pale. Kijana ameenda hapo kutoa maoni. Kwa nini? Si walikuwa wameitisha public participation. Kwa nini Gachagua anafaa kutolewa? The woman who was on the mic akichia piga ua ni Elachi. Sasa maneno imekufanyikia yenye ulikuwa unafanyikia. Sasa tena tukuhurumie. So wacha kitu inaitwa kama do its work peacefully. Unajua ukigonga au mzee hapa mnyang'anye simu, ufike BS ujikwa uanguke ukanyango na pikipiki, si utahurumiwa? Hiyo ni nature of balance. Nature of balance. So Elachi wewe Elachi ng'ang'ana na ni Muluya. So chakula itakuwa mingi huko, jenziwa hiyo pande, kama huna form enda huko.
Actually, may the son rest in peace. But now, on this video here, I want to look at on why probably it happened that Beatrice Elachi, instead of people sending her condolences, people were simply bringing out videos of her and mimicking her in one way or the other. Before I take you through that, please, if this is the first time you're watching my videos, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that's the best support you can always give this channel. Just as like politicians who have been telling the youth of this country that mind, be human, I think it's high time they also become human. Why am I saying this? This takes me directly to why people felt like Beatrice Elachi also deserved feeling the pain. Despite it should not be happening, people felt like some youths of this country felt like she deserved feeling the pain. Number one, when Morara Kebasi was being beaten in parliament, beaten seriously by goons, not in parliament but in Bomas of Kenya by goons, chairs thrown at him, seriously injured, Beatrice Elachi was somewhere at the podium shouting, "Piga, piga, piga."
Can we secure those papers? Can we secure the papers?
Kijana huyu.
Wewe huwezi kuja kuharibu mkutano ya public participation.
Order.
Everyone has an opinion.
Order.
Piga, 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 piga. Marara, you cannot come to destroy a meeting.
Painful thing to hear. A mother watching another mother shouting "Piga" to your son being beaten. Very dangerous, very painful. It's touching. It is touching. As if that is not enough. When there were issues to do with complaints about the state of the country, people raising legitimate questions about William Ruto's type of governance, Beatrice Elachi came openly and told Kenyans, "Kama unaona Kenya ni mbaya, hama Kenya. Toka Kenya."
Kama Kenya ni mbaya, usipotee.
Sukoti. Hey, Kenya ambayo unafanya nini hapa? Mahali mbaya. Potea.
And remember, this is an ODM member of parliament. It's not the UDA. Speaking from such kind of an angle. Someone who has been there when people are going to the streets, demonstrating, people being shot at, people being arrested, and people experiencing so many bad things. But she's speaking that way after joining government. When the son passed on, people did not spare her. People remembered these incidences. Remember these occasions when he was speaking against Kenyans, when they were raising legitimate questions. Now, this should be a lesson to most of the politicians in the country, that whenever you are in power, don't act ignorant of what the public is saying or experiencing. We have to be considerate about one another's well-being. We have to be caring about the public. Because when I listened to the speeches that were being made at the funeral, it was very clear that people are saying, let us be human. Let us be human in all occasions. Let us not have this kind of heart against such a person. Let us learn to forgive. They should also now sit back and ask themselves, where did they go wrong? Let them be human from their side. Like now, when someone is shouting piga, piga, and someone is being seriously injured, that is not fair. As a leader, you should intervene and say, stop fighting. Make sure that guy is safe. Take him out safely. But instead, they are shouting piga, piga. Then they know very well Morara did not have an escape route. He was beaten seriously, injured, almost broken. In a nutshell, it was sad for her to shout that way. Now, another reason I feel strongly that people are also against her, it's the fact that she's working with President William Ruto. Right now, there's nothing good that impresses Kenyans like when a person or a leader working with President William Ruto or a politician allied to President William Ruto facing a problem of any kind. So long as we face a certain problem, people will definitely, we see it online. It will be posted there. People will be like, you see. There were rumors that a lady who is allied to President William Ruto was involved in an accident while driving at night, and it's alleged that she was maybe drunk. And people started giving some sentiments which you could see clearly they are not even sorry for that. So the fact remains that people have to behave human in all occasions. When Kenyans complain, it should be happening that leaders should also listen and act human. When also a leader loses a loved one, we should also feel sorry and pass our condolences sincerely to these families. But in a scenario where you ignore people, then you expect them to reciprocate the same. I mean, you ignore them, then you expect during your time, they'll be able now at least also to think different. It will be the same again. You have to be human at all times. However, we cannot also assume what happened in this funeral. In this funeral, actually, most of the people who attended there were allied to President William Ruto. It can be cabinet secretaries. We had maybe even members of parliament to Yala, like Omar, like Muhammad Jamal Shabal. So we had so many leaders that were present, including Kipchumba Murkomen. And unfortunately, most of them were from bread-based. So as the member of parliament of Mathare stood to speak, when he was giving his speech, there Okiya Omtata enters the building, or maybe the tent, or the function. And the entire concentration went to Okiya Omtata. And we realized from that occasion, the youths that were present were shouting in support, cheering Okiya Omtata. It didn't augur well with most of the leaders of Raila Amolo Odinga, like Gladys Wanga, who we saw from her handshake, she felt like she was not interested in greeting Okiya Omtata. Even the member of parliament who was speaking, that is Anthony Oluoch, he was also feeling like, I should not do this. Who is this now? He felt like, why are people not cheering me, but they're cheering Okiya Omtata? That was very clear that so long as you're in government, you'll get such kind of a reception. You're out of government, you'll get a good reception. So long as you're in government, you'll face it rough, because there is a lot that is happening in government that you guys have completely refused to change and decided to stand with the oppressors of Kenyans. So in a nutshell, this was one of the moments that caught my attention, and they showed that the ground is not the same, because we expected the people could be the Beatrice Elachi, most of them could from the government side, or probably they could be a bit neutral, because this was a funeral. But on arrival, you realize that these youths did not spare, did not keep quiet when Okiya Omtata came. They cheered him. But now, when these others were speaking, they were like quiet and listening. Fine, there was not booing here and there, but I know Murkomen at some point he got it. But the fact is that people are seriously agitated with what is happening in government. And in a nutshell, Beatrice Elachi is facing it because of her utterances while a government supporter, and most importantly, Raila Amolo Odinga's association with President William Ruto, and her being the ODM member of parliament. It is clear that she has to face the consequences of the common mwananchi, because everyone knows that ODM is in a pact with President William Ruto and his team of Kenya Kwanza. I don't know what is your take and what is your comment on this, but of course I want to end it by saying may the son rest rest in peace, and also may the mother also recover from this, but let her learn from how she should behave to the public whenever there's a problem in this country. My name is Abel Mukwa. See you next time for more videos. Please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that's the best support you can always give this channel. Thank you so much for the 5,000 subscription. See you next time.